Main Street planners from across the nation came to East Alabama this weekend to see what local communities are doing to revitalize their downtown districts.
A local student has received a prestigious scholarship, and police catch a group of juveniles breaking into parked cars. We'll have these stories and more.
The summertime weather pattern continues across East Alabama. We'll let you know how long it's going to last coming up.
Coming up in sports, softball regional started today for 4 East Alabama teams. We have the recap as EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards.
And I'm Mike Stedham.
A group of downtown developers who are attending this week's Main Street Now National Conference in Birmingham took a tour of Cleburne and Calhoun County communities this weekend. The group included planners and developers from across the country, many of whom had never been to Alabama before. The tour began in Heflin, where they saw the results of the town's redevelopment efforts. They toured the Carolyn Oaks Assisted Living Facility, which is located in the former high school building just off Ross Street in downtown Heflin. They also went to City Hall, where they were shown the trailhead for the Pinhoti Trail Spur. The tour included the city's amphitheater, Courtyard Row project, and the Cahulga Creek Park. That's where EAN spoke with one of the visitors, Cameron Wong of Renton, Washington, a small town near Seattle.
It was really great to see Heflin and the businesses and the community here. Really great to see small business and a rural community really coming together to make a difference in their hometown. So really excited to see more.
The next stop for the tour group was Oxford, where they had lunch at Hubbard's off Main. They then went next door for a tour of the Oxford Performing Arts Center, which has become a major venue that attracts national acts to this area. The tour group went across the street to Southern Girl Coffee and then toured the new Spring Street station.
The third Main Street program on the agenda was Anniston, where the tour began at the new city market. The refurbished building had hosted its first farmers market of the year the day before the tour, and it attracted a record crowd of around 800 people for its opening day. The tour group was greeted by Anniston's Public Relations Director, Jackson Hodges.
What Carla and our team have been working on for the last several years, we're proud. We are always working with finite resources to meet infinite needs, but I think we've really put our best foot forward here in downtown Anniston, the model city. Hopefully you'll leave learning a few new things you didn't know when you got here, and we appreciate it, so thank you again.
The tour continued at the nearby Freedom Riders National Monument, where visitors heard from Anniston City Manager Stephen Folks about the events of May 14th, 1961.
My brother was just being born and I was 10 years old in Aiken, South Carolina. Watching this on the news when this actually happened. And to understand, never thinking that the Lord would bring me to a place where I can be able to bring this to fruition and bring this back to where this is near to me. To meet Mr. Person and meet some of those freedom riders who did that for me. Because look where I am now. A young man from the cotton fields of South Carolina, now the city manager in a city in Alabama. This means a lot to me because this is my way of giving back.
The tour group then went to Noble Street Park, which has been designed to be the focal point for Anniston's Main Street events throughout the year. They visited the federal courthouse and 2 local businesses, the Coldwater Mountain Brew Pub and the recently opened Sinclair Social, a former gas station that's been turned into a food truck park and a bar. At the end of the tour, EAN News talked to Kate Litwin of Howell, Michigan, and asked her if she had learned anything that she could take back to her own Main Street program.
So many. In Oxford, we saw these little plaques on the buildings that explain, and QR codes that explain what the building is and the history of the building. We've been looking at ways to improve our historic preservation. I'm really jealous of some of the opportunities, especially that I've seen here in Anniston with some of these buildings, and I can't wait to see what it transforms into. We're always looking at ways to expand, but we're pretty landlocked and we don't really have that much extra space, so very jealous.
When we come back, a local garden festival raises money for a very good cause.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
The RMC Foundation held its annual Garden Jubilee fundraiser on Saturday at the new Crest venue on Noble Street in downtown Anniston. This event raises money for the foundation's mission of supporting education and healthcare initiatives in the community. Each year, the foundation honors the life and legacy of longtime Anniston resident and philanthropist Martha Vandervoort with an annual scholarship. That's an award of $3,000 for a graduating senior from Calhoun County. The winner of the 2024 scholarship is Cohen Picton, a senior at Oxford High School. Picton's academic achievements and his passion for healthcare and leadership were cited by Dr. Lucy Vandervoort Morris when she introduced him to the crowd. A significant portion of this year's fundraising efforts will be dedicated to supporting the Tyler Wellness Park. That's a community initiative aimed at promoting health and wellness. Scheduled to feature fitness stations, a pavilion, and a walking trail, the park is designed to enhance the well-being of the community.
When we return, a group of juveniles is caught breaking into cars Saturday night.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Oxford Police Chief Bill Partridge announced Sunday that his officers had arrested 7 individuals, one of them an adult and the other 6 juveniles, and charged them with breaking and entering vehicles. Those individuals were caught with 2 stolen firearms. These suspects are from the Roanoke and Wadley areas and have no apparent connection to Oxford, according to Partridge.
A train hit a pickup truck near Talladega Sunday afternoon, killing one person and injuring another. According to press reports, the woman killed in the accident was 20-year-old Brianna Fortineau of Denham Springs, Louisiana. She was riding in the truck when it was hit by a train around 4:40 p.m. Sunday on Talladega County Road 207, about 5 miles west of Talladega. The driver of the truck, 26-year-old Grant Connor of Bay Springs, Mississippi, was taken to Citizens Baptist Medical Center in Talladega for treatment of his injuries. State troopers continue to investigate the accident.
The Punishers Motorcycle Club held a benefit ride this weekend as part of the Alexandria Fest program. That event was held Sunday to raise money for the school's athletic fund. It featured food, vendors, and a car show.
And we had a little bit of rain Sunday afternoon.
Just a very slight amount, just enough to maybe to cool things down a little bit. But then the sun came out and it was a beautiful afternoon.
And as you have noted earlier today, before we came on, it is a beautiful day today. We could use, I don't know, maybe 4 more just like it.
At least.
John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center to tell us if we're going to get what we want. John?
Mike and Katie, we can promise you maybe another day or 2 of this summertime weather, but we do have some changes coming to the forecast involving possibly strong storms. We'll have the complete forecast details for all of East Alabama next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Temperatures again today across East Alabama way above the average, even for May in Alabama. These are, again, summertime temperatures. 86 for the high today, about 7 degrees above the average. The low this morning, very warm at 63, again, about 6 degrees above the average. The record high temperature, 93. The record low at 38. And the days continue to stretch out. Sun rising now all the way at 5:49 in the morning, and the sun setting on your Monday night at 7:31. Weather on your street on this Monday night doesn't get much better, folks. We're going to have maybe a shower out there early. 1 or 2 of those maybe popping up. No big deal with that. Most folks won't see anything. Out on Post Oak Road in the Alexandria Valley, dropping down to about 65 overnight tonight. We'll be in the 70s easily for most of the evening hours tonight. Very pleasant for any outdoor activities. Coming up tomorrow, we continue with this summertime weather pattern. Maybe a few afternoon thunderstorms. The chance of rain tomorrow in any one location here in East Alabama, including on Tudor Lane in the Golden Springs area of Anniston, is about 1 in 3. Temperatures are going to be much like they were today, up in the mid-80s at about 86 degrees. As we look at the rest of the work week across East Alabama, 2 big things we're going to focus on. One, the warmth is going to continue, and storms coming back into the forecast. Coldwater Pump Road out in Coldwater, you can expect by Wednesday afternoon late into Thursday, some strong storms possible. But we're going to keep the 80s with us for most of the week across East Alabama, so get ready for more of the same. Warmth and storms all across Calhoun, Cleburne, and Etowah counties. Here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. Rain chance tomorrow going up to about 40%, about a 20% chance of a shower Wednesday. That will be late in the day, and look at that number right there, folks. 90 degrees. It looks like we're going to have our first 90-degree reading of 2024 on the backyard thermometers coming up on Wednesday afternoon. Then late Wednesday, perhaps 6 o'clock or so Wednesday evening up until about lunchtime on Thursday, that is the time frame where we would expect significant shower and thunderstorm activity, maybe a strong storm or 2. That should be out of here by Thursday afternoon. The highest chance of rain going to be overnight and during the morning hours on Thursday. That's why we have that 90% chance of rain. With the rainfall and the cloud cover in place, temperatures will back off a little bit, back into the mid-80s across East Alabama. But we do have some cooler temperatures, more normal temperatures for the first half of May in Alabama. Coming on Friday, we'll have a lingering shower Friday morning, the high only 76. And look at this Mother's Day weekend forecast for all of East Alabama. All the rain out of here, not even a late afternoon, early evening scattered shower or thunderstorm, and temperatures back where they should be for May in Alabama, back into the 70s, nighttime lows in the 50s. Very pleasant and beautiful weather coming up for the holiday weekend for Mother's Day this weekend. Let's look at that severe weather threat. The deeper we get into the night and into the day on Thursday, the higher probability that we're going to have showers and thunderstorms. You see here in Gadsden and Etowah County, parts of Cherokee, back over into Blount County, that's where we have a slight risk. That's a 2 out of 5 scale, winds to 60 miles per hour, and quarter-size hail possible. For the rest of the folks here in East Alabama, just a marginal risk. You would have a chance of that in Calhoun and Cleburne counties, not guaranteed. And we're going to see that probably rise, though. We're going to see that rise, especially in the overnight hours Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. The possibility we could be dealing with a little bit of severe weather in that time frame from late Wednesday afternoon, overnight Wednesday night, and into the morning hours on Thursday. I'll be back here tomorrow morning as we'll have your Tuesday Day at a Glance for you at 6 a.m. I'll be back here tomorrow night for EAN Local News as we continue to fine-tune that forecast for all of East Alabama for the rest of the work week. It is softball taking the stage in the Alabama High School Athletic Association regional tournaments underway, and Namath Pitts has all the details right now in sports. Namath?
Thanks, John. I'm in Albertville, where 4 East Alabama teams hit the diamond today at regionals with the same goal, to qualify for state. We have the recap starting in Class 6A. Oxford started the scoring in the second inning when Berkeley Mooney hit a double and Jayla Jackson hit a single that scored Mooney. Oxford scored 3 more runs in the fourth inning after Berkeley Mooney walked. Reagan Sanders hit a single. Jayla Jackson hit a triple that made the score 3-0 Oxford. Chloe Holsey hit an RBI single that then gave Oxford a 4-0 lead. Oxford then added 2 more runs in the fifth inning. Emma Timms-Becerra walked and Berkeley Mooney hit a double that made it 6-0 Oxford. But Mountain Brook did come storming back, but Oxford held on for the 6-5 win. Berkeley Mooney got the win for the Oxford Yellow Jackets, throwing 5 shutout innings with 6 strikeouts as Oxford advanced in the winners bracket. Unfortunately for Jacksonville, things did not start exactly the way they would have liked here in Albertville. Jacksonville fell in their opening game to Madison County 10-0. Madison County scored 2 runs in the second inning, 2 runs in the third inning, and 2 runs in the fourth inning, followed by 4 runs in the sixth inning as they won and hit the mercy rule 10-0 in 6 innings. Tia Evans took the loss for Jacksonville on the mound. She gave up 12 hits, 10 runs, 8 of those which were earned, but did only give up 1 walk, which was a positive. Offensively, Jacksonville had 4 hits, 1 from Wood, Barnes, Evans, and Pate Whitfield. Marion Gamble got the win for Madison County after pitching a complete game with 7 strikeouts. White Plains exploded offensively as they had a dominating win over North Jackson to open up regionals. Coach Muncher and the White Plains Wildcats jumped out early, scoring 3 runs in the first inning. Callie Richardson hit a single, Layden Arnold hit a 2-run home run, and then Carly Fritz hit a double that scored Adams and gave White Plains a 3-0 lead. North Jackson responded with 2 runs in the second inning, but White Plains added 1 run in the second inning and 5 runs in the fourth inning as they cruised to a 9-2 win. Layden Arnold got the win, striking out 8 batters for White Plains. Offensively, Callie Richardson went 2 for 3 with an RBI. Layden Arnold hit a 2-run home run, which added 2 RBIs for her. Carly Fritz went 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. Addison Bradley and Cooper Martin were both 2 for 3 at the plate for White Plains as they advanced in the winners bracket. Cherokee County scored 5 runs early and held on as they cruised to beat Cordova. Hill got the win for Cherokee County, pitching 4 innings while striking out 10 batters. Grayson Tucker pitched 3 innings of relief for Cherokee County. Offensively for Cherokee County, Audrey Haygood had an RBI, Grayson Tucker had 2 RBIs, and Bass had an RBI. Aaliyah went 2 for 3 at the plate and scored a run. Williams went 1 for 2 and scored a run. Leah and Bass both were 2 for 3 at the plate and both scored a run. Johnson took the loss for Cordova while giving up 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned with 1 strikeout as Cherokee County advanced in the winners bracket. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and we thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday from a variety of sources, including the Calhoun Journal and Newsbreak. Just go to the platform of your choice and then watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Tuesday for your news on your schedule.